Hi, Kai Jacobson here. This is section 2. We're going to pick up where we left off on the executive fast track 8-step pattern to success. So I've already done the introduction. This is the contract that you make with your distributors. Each person that comes into the business and signs up to be a distributor, you want to fill out these 3 sheets here, which you can print off of Try Good Water. It's up there on the menu there. And we're at the 3rd section. We've done the first 2 sections already. The first one was making your goals, and the second one was setting time frames. I'm going to be looking down a lot at this paper because I want to read it. Learn who your upline is. This is a really important thing. You want to have 3-way calling. That's one of the boxes that you have to check that you want to teach your new distributor to get 3-way calling on their phone. That's a critical part of building your business. So you can make 3-way calls where you're having the new prospect and your sponsor on the phone at the same time. So you want to know who your upline people are so that you can have their telephone numbers, their email, and a little description about them, how they want to be introduced. This has 4 spots. I recommend at least 4. You can expand this to be 6, 8. You want to have a lot of telephone numbers on this and people's names that you can be calling to do 3-ways, because when you call up people and if they're not there, you leave a message and call the next one. And the person, the new prospect that you're going to now do a 3-way with, sees that there's a team. They're seeing that they're not going to be working alone. There's quite a few people that they can work with, and that's very important. So you want to have that in writing on this sheet. The 4th step is make a list of your contacts. And we have a lot of information in this training about doing warm market and how to make that list. I'm not going to go into it, but it just goes through the memory joggers, A through Z, baby list, the yellow pages, and the telephone book with different categories, like who's your tax broker, who's your gardener, who's your person who cuts your hair, those things. So you want to make a big list too. There's a bunch of different things, but basically this is getting your list together. Step number 5 is learn how to develop free leads. We have a lot of trainings on these YouTubes and through this that goes more specifically into that, but you can go to Google and under our business to business section on Try Good Water, under business training tools, there's a lot of information on how to go to Google, and with IronWays we can approach yoga centers, gyms and personal trainers, as well as chiropractors, naturopaths, water stores, health food stores. We really have a great business-to-business approach, and that lets you get free leads from Google because you can look under these categories under directories for chiropractors, and you're going to see there are 3 million chiropractors in the United States, or websites at least for chiropractors, and usually their contact information, as well as any other kind of group that you want to call. So, and then of course the 3-foot rule, which is Randy's, my business partner's realm. There's a training, by the way, on this about the 3-foot rule. That's another free lead. So don't buy leads. You do not need to buy leads. Between your warm market and these business-to-business strategies that we have, you do not need to be spending thousands of dollars per month on leads. Number 6, use the products. We want you to get really familiar with all our products. We want you to use all of them, especially, drink a lot of water. If you're not getting the results you'd like to see, make sure you're drinking 3 quarts a day at least. The blue-green algae is one of my favorite products. You want to be eating a double dose for your first month in the business. The other essential products we have are great too. Try the ones you're drawn to. Try to use as many as you can. It really will help with your business. 7 is learn about our business building tools. And there's quite a few different things here to look at. We've got some great websites that I've created. There's a lot of different trainings about some of these up on the YouTube trainings. Just get familiar with it. Make sure you have 3-way calling, a good flat rate on your phone. You don't want to have a big phone bill. There's wonderful flat rates for $25 and $30. You want to have a good answering system. I just use the one right on my local system that I get from, I forget who our local carrier, I think it's Verizon actually, and they have a wonderful answering service for $7 a month. It answers the phone when I'm actually on it. At the same time I can be talking and it'll pick up a message. That we strongly recommend if you're doing this as a business. You have a very good answering system. Usually the one that's online with your carrier for your local phone number is really good. We don't recommend buying an answering machine. They're expensive, they wear out, and they don't answer while you're on the phone. 8 is, make your 90-day plan. That's step number 8. How many people are you going to talk to? How many new people do you think you want to bring in the business? How many people are you going to introduce to your sponsor? You're really mapping out your business here. And the beautiful part of this is this sheet, I'm going to go to the third sheet, is that you really now have kind of a game plan. And when you go over this with your sponsor, which you're going to do it with, and they're going to bounce off these. Let's say you say, oh, I'm going to work this 3 hours a week. And then you have that, and I want to be making $10,000 a month. Well, if I was your sponsor, I would not sign this. See, both of you sign this, both the new distributor as well as a sponsor. I would say, that doesn't match. So this allows you to start having really good dialogues with each other. You're going to say that if you want to be earning that kind of money, you're going to have to be doing this as a full-time business. It's not something you can do 3 hours a week. That's not realistic. So you can start creating dialogue about what's really real. And you can work backwards. Like when someone says a certain amount of money is their goal per week, the distributor can sort of saying, well, you're going to have to talk to 10 people to probably sign up one person. So you're going to have 10 conversations. You might have to make 40 calls to have 10 conversations. How long does it take to do these? You can work backwards and start saying, okay, well, this works. And whereas what you're saying doesn't work. So it creates really good dialogue. And it lets the person set their goals. Do they want to be dealer? When do they want to be a dealer by? Do they want to be a manager? When do they want to be a manager by? Executive, do they want to reach to the executive level? When? You put a date on it. And then you actually make a commitment. The sponsor signs the commitment saying, I agree to now, what we've mapped out, I'm going to work with you fully to help you reach this goal. So you really feel that you're working together. So this is the form. You want to print it off, Try Good Water. We do have an email version of it that you can get directly from us, from Randy or from me. And we'll send that to you that you can, if you're working with someone long distance, that they can actually type in over the internet on an email their answers, and you can go over it on the phone. And make sure you both sign it. And then, in 2 months when somebody isn't feeling maybe something's going quite as well as they want, you can pull back this out of your file and you can say, well, let's talk about whether you're really doing these goals and these what you've mapped out here. Have you done these hours? Have you done these things? And you'll find almost always that people haven't. And then this again creates a very good reality check and a really good conversation piece and a way to stay really current with people. Okay, thanks a lot.